So, when you've been frustrated, when you've been annoyed for a long period of time, one of the things that happens is that the emotional center in your brain becomes activated, and you have a lot of negative emotions around this particular event about this particular person. And as a consequence of this, you feel more vulnerable. And the vulnerability comes up in many different ways, in the way that you're talking to people, in the way that you're thinking about situations, in the way that you express yourself. And as a consequence of the vulnerability, there is an element of sensitivity, and you can become more sensitive to aspects of this event or this particular person. Even remembering different situations can actually trigger more emotions, more emotional states. And what it does is it puts you into a victim state. So even though you're annoyed at somebody else, you're actually putting yourself into a victim of that annoyance, of that event, of that person. You're making yourself into a victim, not by choice, but simply because of the processes of the brain. And because of the victim mentality that actually evolves, then what happens is you slip into survival mode. And when you go into survival mode, coming out of anger and frustration and annoyance, what happens is that you activate the fight or flight reflex inside. And one of the first things that happens when we have the fight or flight reflex involved is that we start to clench our feet and we start to clench our fists. The blood supply drains away from the fingers. If you watch my fingers, you can see that they're actually changing colour. The colour drains out of the fingers. They become whiter, and the colour drains out of your face. It moves away from your voice, so your voice changes, and it also changes the aperture in your eyes, so your pupils change in size. As a result, you become more sensitive to light. You become more sensitive to 1,000 different other things that are you are monitoring the environment in such a way that you are looking for any signs of danger, because you feel vulnerable, because you feel threatened, because you feel that you're in that fight or flight state. You want to be sure that you're not going to be hurt anymore. And all of that because you're holding on to the annoyance for a period of time. So I'm going to suggest that you deal with the annoyance, switch it off, and move into having positive memories and positive emotions about it. So what I'm going to get you to do right now is just cross your ankles and fold your arms just like this, and let your hands come into each other like this. Let the fingers in and out gently and softly into each other like this. Rest your hands on your lap, and as you do so, put your tongue to the roof of your mouth and suck there gently, peacefully and calmly. Relax your shoulders, relax your elbows, relax your fingers, and close your eyes. When you close your eyes, just allow yourself to go back to that original situation the stress came from. That conversation, that opportunity lost or missed or taken away from you, that the words that were spoken or the event that happened. And just go back to what was going on just before that. And just stay with it for a few moments. Just remember as much detail as you can about what was going on before the event happened. While you're doing this, just allow yourself to relax, to breathe gently and softly all the way down into your stomach. And what we're going to do is we're just going to play through the event as it happened, as though you're watching it on a TV screen inside your head. You can hear the sounds, you can see the pictures, and you get to have all the sensations that you had inside at the time. So just continue to keep your eyes closed and continue sucking on the roof of your mouth as though you have a sweet or a toffee or a mint there. Just play through the whole video of what happened on that day. And when you feel ready, when you feel comfortable, just realize that you now have the opportunity to rewrite that event. If you were a movie producer and you didn't like the way that something ended, you would ask the writer to go back and rewrite it. So now I'm going to invite you to rewrite the events so that they come out differently, that you get a different outcome on that particular day, and that you don't have to experience all of those years of frustration and annoyance, all that anger that has been roiling around inside your brain, inside your heart, that has been triggering you to be in that state of vulnerability, of sensitivity, putting you back into fight or flight mode every time that you think about the situation, making you more emotional and making you less manage your time and your energy. Just breathe in, breathe out, and relax. And now just play the new video through, like you're watching it on television, and just allow it to be shown on the screen inside your head so that you have rewritten the outcome and it came out differently. The best kind of outcome is a win-win situation where you get what you want and the other person gets what they want. Because that way there's no coming back to it and saying, I wish I had done this, that and the other afterwards. Every time you set up a win-win situation, you are happy and the other person is happy. You might have had to make some small compromises, but at least you have what you wanted. And now, having played through the whole video once again, I'm going to go back and invite you to bring on a cartoon writer and a cartoon artist to create a cartoon of the whole video and to put in as much slapstick comedy as you like. And just watch the video as it's being created, run it through, and just feel the difference. Great. Now, go back one more time to the very start, and this time I want you to put in different actors. Instead of yourself and the other people involved, put in your favorite actors or actresses, and just allow them to play your part, to say the pieces the best way possible, to get the best possible outcome for you and for the other person, and to do it in a way that entertains you, that relaxes you, that makes you feel confident and calm, that makes you feel safe and secure inside, that delivers the results that you want for yourself. So just breathe in and breathe out and relax. And when the video is played through, just notice how you feel about that original event. Notice if the anger is still there, or the frustration, or the emotions, if you still feel like you're a victim in that situation. Or has a sensation within your body, within your heart, within your mind, has it changed? Because if it has, then you have rewritten that particular event and you've created a new outcome. You've created a new response. You're no longer responding. You're no longer reacting to that situation and what happened then. You're now responding. You have created a response, and this puts you in charge. It gives you back control, and you're no longer a victim of the situation, of the event. And you can apply this to any event that you want in your life. Anything that has created stress, anything that has created anger for you, you can apply this simple technique. So just breathe in, breathe out, and relax, and enjoy your new approach, your new attitude to the original thing that was creating the anger and the frustration, the stress and the annoyance.